entertainmentbuddha.com.
Now welcome to entertainmentbuddha.com's Piece of the Week in Geek.
Hey everyone, it's Matt Heywood from entertainmentbuddha.com, revitalizing the Beast of the Week in Geek vlog. I'm namely doing this because this week we could not record an episode of the Buddhacast. I know. Calm down. Don't commit suicide. There's still a lot to live for because I'm here again with my green screen, getting ready to lay down some of the best and most interesting topics in the land of geek. Alright, so this week I'm mainly going to stick with the video game stuff because there's a few big items that came out, namely Cliffy B's new game, details with the Destiny beta, the Transformer game and how bad it sucks, Blue Estate, which is an on-rail shooter for the PS4, Sniper Elite 3, and then if we have time I want to talk about my transformation into a PC gamer. That's right, folks. I am finally part of the PC Master Race, even though I think that is a disgusting way to describe a group of people. So anyways, let's start out with Cliffy B. Everyone knows him as the father of Unreal, Jazz Jackrabbit, Gears of War. Well, anyways, Cliffy, he left the industry a couple years ago. He was retiring. Yeah, right. Needs some money. He likes to drive Ferraris and Lamborghinis. He's got a good-looking girlfriend. So we all knew he'd be coming back one day. And this week, he happened to announce his project. So what he did, he formed a studio called Boss Key because it's boss. And Boss Key's first game is going to be something called Blue Streak. I think that's a code name for now, Blue Streak. And what it will be is a free-to-play PC arena shooter set in a science fiction universe. Sound like Unreal, maybe? Yeah? Well, that's because it sounds like Unreal. But anyways, I'm interested to see what Cliffy's going to be able to do with his new game and show us. I respect the guy. I know some people dislike him, think he's an arrogant asshole, that he doesn't know what he's talking about, that he takes too much credit for the games he makes. Regardless, he's a mover and shaker in the video game industry. People stop and listen when Cliffy B has something to say. So we will make sure to cover the development of Blue Streak and Boss Key over the next couple of months on entertainmentbuddha.com. Alright, so up next, the Destiny beta is going to kick off next week for the PS4 and PS3. The reason we need to talk about this is because Bungie released some interesting news yesterday about the beta registration process. So gamers that have been pre-ordering the game have been able to take a code, plug it into Bungie's site, and then it just kind of sat there and said, hey, just wait around for details, we'll get to you. Well, like I said, this week Bungie finally got to us all who punched in that pre-order code for Destiny. And now we have found that not only can we select our platform, so it doesn't matter if you pre-order it for Xbox One, PS4, PS3, Xbox 360, you can pick whatever platform you want, but you not only get one key, you not only get two keys, you get 3 keys! That is fan service. Everyone that's been bitching at Bungie about, they're putting too much stuff on the PS4, Sony gets all the exclusives. So what? It happened with Call of Duty. Where were you back then? Why is no one mad at Sledgehammer, Infinity Ward, and all these developers for giving the Xbox platforms exclusive content? You know, it's time for the Sony fans to get a little love. So, whatever. I may get the game for both consoles. Who knows? I'm freaking crazy like that. I like to get nuts. But the Destiny beta, as I was saying, is going to start next week, July 17th. So if you have a pre-order and you entered it on Bungie.com, make sure to get in there, or it's Bungie.net, I think. Make sure to get in there and select your platform, and then wait for your keys to show up. So like I said, you will be getting 3 keys courtesy of Bungie for the platform that you choose. As an added bonus to fans of entertainmentbuddha.com, we are giving you a chance to win up to 20 of these pre-order codes. That's right. So technically we're giving out 60 codes for Destiny. How about that? Get some. Get some. Get some. Entertainment Buddha all the way. What do you think, R2? That's what I thought. So anyways, make sure to check out the link in the post body, or I'll put it in the YouTube section down here. for the post. So that giveaway is going to run through next Wednesday, the 16th at 6 p.m. I believe. All you have to do is like entertainmentbuddha.com on Facebook and follow on Twitter. Very easy, no money involved. You just got to be 17, and we will pick the winners next Wednesday. So you can get into the Destiny beta on either the PS4, the PS3, the Xbox 360, or the Xbox One. Alright, so moving on to a game that released recently, and I just happened to have the luck to review it, and that is Transformers Rise of the Dark Spark. Alright, so this Transformers game was not developed by High Moon Studios, who did the previous two Transformers games that came out for the PS3, Xbox 360, and PC. So, Edge of Reality took this series over. It loosely ties into Transformers Age of Extinction, which is another big-ass piece of shit from Michael Bay. And don't get me wrong, I like the other three Transformers, didn't really have issues with them. I had high hopes for Age of Extinction, but it is terrible. So terrible that it makes the game even worse. No, I'm just kidding. The game is probably worse than the movie. They're both pretty bad. Anyway, so Rise of the Dark Spark, why does it suck so bad? Well, because it looks like it was developed in 2005. There's no co-op campaign, even though you play with a bunch of AI characters. It would have made perfect sense to use Buddy. You know, like, hey, guy, you want to play? Okay, let's play. No, you got to play with stupid AI. But, I mean, really the biggest downside is the uneven difficulty. I mean, you'll have enemies that can take you out in 2 seconds that shouldn't. And then you have enemies that should take you out in 2 seconds that can't because you can just spam them with homing rockets from your vehicle form. So anyways, I mean, Transformers Rise of the Dark Spark, not good. Consider this a public service announcement. Do not buy Transformers Rise of the Dark Spark. If you have to play it, please rent it or go to one of your sucker friends that picked it up and play it at their house. This is, trust me, I'm saving you $60 on this game. If you don't believe me, you can read the full review, link down below. So up next, I want to talk about a small game that most of you probably have not heard about because there was zero marketing for it, and that is Blue Estate. So Blue Estate is based on the graphic novel by Victor Block. And it's an on-rails shooter for the PS4. And I know, on-rails, I know, it scares you a little bit. But really, the on-rails and the way they use the PS4 DualShock 4's motion controls was brilliant in Blue Estate. So instead of aiming with your trigger sticks, you would actually move the DualShock 4 to control your reticle. So the on-rails part would guide you throughout the level while you were sitting there going like... Kind of reminded me of the old light gun games, Duck Hunt, Time Crisis, stuff like that back on the old 8-bit, 16-bit platforms. Or if you've ever been to an arcade and played, you know, House of the Dead, or again, Time Crisis, something like that. So, Blue Estate, PS4, I really enjoyed it. I think it's only a $14, $15 game. It only lasts about 3 hours, but it's worth the fun. It's a new experience, and it's a game that finally gets motion controls right. I'm not saying I'm motion controls on rails all the way, but they worked, they weren't frustrating, and I didn't have to use my voice and yell at a piece of machine and have it ignore me. Thanks, Kinect. I'm talking to you. Next up, another game I picked up, and this was on recommendation from a friend, and it is Sniper Elite 3. So anyways, I mean, I've known the franchise, never gotten into it, because let's be honest, if you know me, you know the way I play. I have zero patience. I don't like stealth. I don't like camping. I don't like marking targets. I like running out like a nut job. That's why I never got into the series at first. But after checking out this game, and really, I mean, I'm a sucker for gore, so obviously the damage in Sniper Elite 3, very similar to Mortal Kombat X, is actually pretty cool, and it intrigues me. So I've been playing that. The game's fun. Definitely my play style doesn't suit well to it, but I like it. I like the kills. It's been a nice little kind of dummy game in the middle of summer, because let's face it, in the summer there's really nothing to play. So what are you gonna do? Well, you're gonna play games like Sniper Elite 3, Blue Estate, not Transformers Rise of the Dark Spark. So anyways, Pete, oh hey look.
Fleabag?
Anyways, people, it's been real. I appreciate you checking this out. I know it's been over a year since we did the last Beasts of the Week in Geek. Beasts of the Week in Geek.
Beasts of the Week in Geek.
Okay, enough of that. Go calm down, maybe catch a drink at the local B-dubs, if you know what I mean. So anyways, geeks, it's been real. Like I said, make sure if you want a Destiny beta code, register on entertainmentboo.com to try and win a free one. And as always, check the site out on a daily basis, because we, meaning R2, oh, by the way, Force for the Change.
Force for the change.
Anyways, I'll quit taking up your time. Thanks again. See you, folks.